Alright, what's going on, guys? This is the crop to bring you a deck profile for X-Sabers. This will be my first or second deck profile on YouTube. I went to a local event yesterday and got some trade stuff to get my deck started, or more than started, really. And yeah, I'm going to go through every part of the deck, kind of my decisions and thoughts, and what I'm considering, so please leave your ideas in the comment section below. Thank you very much, and enjoy the deck profile. So let's get on with it, shall we? I think this angled like a point. Okay, cool. Okay, obviously it's an X-Saber deck. The first thing we will always, forever and forevermore, start with is triple copy of double X-Saber Dark Soul. He is the Sanguine of the deck. He's usable with Torrential. He is excellent Synchro fodder, excellent Gotham fodder, excellent Sousa fodder. He's just the best card in the deck. It's interesting, some X-Saber players even now only run one or two, and that just makes no sense. I'm on the fence about this. Triple Bogart Knight. Bogart is, it is your go-off condition, but at the same time, it can be a very bad top deck, or it could be floating in the hand and you don't have anything to use it with. That would kind of suck. So Triple Bogart Knight. The worst part about X-Sabers is Bogart and Full Helm, and I'm going to get into that as well. Kind of looked into a couple of options and outs to that play, so I will be getting into that. Let's continue going with the normal X-Saber part first, and then I'll show you kind of some text. Double Pashul. A lot of people may or may not agree with me. Pashul, I'm considering going down to 1, and the main reason for 1 is, of course, the life point count. If it's in defense, you're going to take 1,000. You're going to sit there and take damage. That's why I do have some stuff in the deck to allow me to keep Pashul in attack mode and still use it. Another thing to have in 2, though, is it's fast access to Beast for spell books, which is just amazing. A lot of decks are shut down by Beast. Okay. Double X-Saber Emmer's Blade. Another probably interesting call by me, but Emmer's Blade is not. It's slow for the format. You've got cards that could break 1 for 1, like Dark World. They could Dark World Lightning. They could get over it. E-Dragons are just going to Big Eye it anyway. But it does stop OTKs. You pop it and you go for Pashul. So, double Full Helm Knight. A lot of people probably prefer triple, but I prefer double for 2 reasons. It's a really, really bad top deck. It's an insanely bad top deck. Her effect is good to reuse over and over with Gotham Z-Call if you need to protect anything. Pashul Ragi, just for example, whatever you may have out that needs protecting from an attack that might be higher up, and let me synchro into something to stop it next turn. A personal tech of mine, and I'm starting to see a lot more X-Sabers play it, is Rajagura. This is my 3rd or 4th, or whatever number Fall Troll, depending on how many you run. I personally am partial to a certain number myself. I haven't really tried a 3rd Fall Troll. Hand Clog is really, really bad this format, especially in Sabers. So, yeah, let's continue on. Double Fault Roll. Like I said, Hand Clog sucks. Fault Roll's good. Use it every turn. Bring back Full Helm for Gothams. Bring back Pashul for an 8. Whatever shenanigans you want to do. You guys may notice I'm not running Rat. And by Rat, I mean Hamster more than Rat. Some builds use Hamster with Airbellum. I'm not really partial to that. This next tech is not really questionable. I may take one of them out, but I'm going to explain why. Triple Uruz. This thing has put in so much work into my deck. There's a couple reasons. A big weakness in X-Sabers is you can't really make your 4 plays with Exceeds. This and Bogart kind of fixed that problem. Plus, he's Beast Warrior, which might hint at some other part of the deck that I'm about to show you. Before you get really excited and think it's possibly X-Fist, I'm not really sure what direction it's moving yet. Like I said, I'm going to leave my 3 or 4 thoughts in the comment section. But at the same token, being Beast Warrior, it is hinting that I am also considering splashing Fire King. And the last 2 monsters are variable here. They're double Maxx. Maxx is just too good this format. There are so many things that it gets over. It gives X-Sabers draw power. does a lot of those really nice things for you. My two considerations are, well, there's actually three considerations. It's either going to be 2 bear over this, which again hinting at something else in the deck, while taking out one of my third Irus or third Boggart Knights for a third bear, or these will be 2 Elder of the 6 Samurai, or they will be 2 Thunder Kings. Right now I have Thunder Kings, and I'm not really sure which one to play. On to the spells. Spells. As a lot of my friends in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are about to tell me, I'm about to show you probably the sackiest card that I ever played. And I've won so many games with it. Good old mind control. Good and sacky. If you have a high level of tuners, 5, 6, 7 tuners, I like it no matter what. And I'm going to get into the other spells and mind control. Double black tip rare pot of duality. Pot is pot, you know. It's speed for sabers. Potting into Dark Soul is just beautiful. And you just set up your pieces, you know, and then you start going on. Double Tanky. Tanky is good. Tanky is great. It searches Boggart Knight, doesn't have to rely on Dark Soul, gives you a Scrap Dragon target, forces their MSTs or their Heavy Storms, make them waste them, and gives the bonus to both Boggart, Urus. Cool thing about Urus, if you pop a card and you want to go back on top of their deck, you contribute off Urus. Setting up Gotham's E-Call later in the game, possibly. Pretty cool stuff. 1 Fire Formation Tensu. Why 1? Crappy top deck. Gives you an extra normal summon. Awesome. All cool. Bad minus, but you can still be very, very careful and get around this, even with the minus. Double Mystical Space Typhoon. Probably going to argue with me why I'm not running 3. You'll get over it. I have high inlay. I don't need 3. I think now we're pretty much to staples other than Book. Book is amazing. There is a rumor going around my shop right now that Book is going to be at 2 next format. Sabers will love that. A lot of decks will love that. Whether or not it's going to happen remains to be seen. I do have 1 Lance, but I'm actually more preference to my body as a shield. Why? Let's see. There's so many things this stops. And another thing, it's an ultimate protection card for Beast. I had Barky on yesterday, and you know, I could use Barky on in game bottomless, but I just decided to force one of my bodies or my ass as a shield. It stops so many good plays that Lance does not. So I'm interested to see how it does this format. And then your staples, the Trinity, Reborn, Darkhold, Heavy. A lot of players in Fire Fists or X-Sabers or X-Fists do not run Heavy Storm. I don't agree with that. I only run 2 Tanky and 1 Tensu. I can handle Heavy Storm. On with the traps. Obviously, 2 Gotham's E-Call. 3 is Overclog, Hand Clog, bad top deck. 2 is perfect. You'll use them several times. You'll recycle Rajagura to recycle Fall Troll. You will do all kind of cool shenanigans. I think this next one is probably a personal tech. And I like it at 1 because of bad top deck. Reinforced Truth is too good. They start, you know, going off, battling, whatever, and you just truth, and they stop. There's so many decks that are stopped by Pashul, especially if you wrote a, you know, Reinforced Truth or you Emmer's Blade into Pashul, and you just stop them real good and cold there. So they just start their go-offs. 1 Torrential Tribute, you run Dark Soul. Torrential is perfect. 1 TT is perfect in Sabers. And believe it or not, 2 Threatening Roar. Why? Mermails. So many go-off decks in this format. Stop them cold, let them start. Let them chain MST, you chain Roar and stop them cold. Extra deck. Start with the standard Synchros. Rose. Why Rose? You have Dark Soul. I considered Debris Dragon. I have played it a little bit. But the best way out of this, I have 2 5s and I have Pashul. So that's pretty easy to make. Stardust. Stardust, it's starting to lose use, sadly. D-Prisons are everywhere. RFG decks, especially siding into RFG cards, are everywhere. So Stardust kind of gets thrown on the wayside. Double X-Saber High and Lay. High and Lay is Heavy Storm. It's beautiful. It is a choice of 3, so I can go down lower if I feel like they have Starlight or anything. Kind of cool. I guess the dynamic duo Beast and Barkion. I love both of them very equally. One blocks spells, one blocks traps, and makes things really easy for me to make plays. Scrap Dragon. Scrap is amazing. It's probably one of the best synchros in the game. You tribute Dark Souls, you tribute, whatever you want. Double Gotems. Another thing up for decisions here. Gotems is the beater of the deck. It's their best monster, and the coolest thing about it is you can have 2 tuners, because it does say on the card 1 tuner and 1 or more earth, so you can use multiple tuners. So that's a cool out. As I was saying, having Full Helm and Boggart can be kind of pressing. That's why you're going to go into Souza. Souza is a personal tech. Probably a lot of X-Saber players do not like it. I personally do. You could drop Dark Soul, you could drop extra Emmer's Blades if you need to, just to get over a full trap line and go in and attack and get over something, or if you need to kill something knowing it could be something dangerous like a Raikou. And the final synchro is actually Hyper Librarian. Librarian gives draw power to X-Sabers. It is a personal tech as well. Strong consideration for Crimson Blader here, but, that's okay. Now to the Exceeds. Probably the best Exceed in the entire deck is Bouncer. Double Fault Roll, High and Lay and Vault Roll, whatever. Bouncer is probably the best. Shockmaster is also an awesome tech. Couple ideas and ways of getting him out. You've got Boggart into Uruz, you've got Tensu to make other 4s, and then you steal theirs and you make Shockmaster, and you either call spells or traps or monster effects, and you continue to destroy. My Stroke. Why My Stroke? My Stroke is Book of Moon. In monster form, plus if he is destroyed, he's not destroyed 1 time. So he's like a Zen Mains plus Book of Moon. And my last one is actually Zen Mains. I have mixed opinions about Zen Mains. I'm not partial to the card. The main reason is a lot of times you're not going to want to pitch Dark Soul. I guess it would be like if you had like a spare Full Helm, and maybe you have like a spare Emmer's Blade or something and you want to overlay. It is a strong defensive push for Zen Mains, but they do have a lot of ways now of getting over it, so do be aware of that. And with that, we're going on to the side deck. This is definitely undeveloped, but I'll try to explain what I know about it. The Cyber Trio, Karakuris, Geargia, Gadgets. Karakuris, not really sure how good they are now, but Mach and Geargia, especially Geargia, still pretty hot right now, so definitely a decision there. Dust Tornado, because I don't have a 3rd MST. Double D-Prison. D-Prison, I'm kind of questioning why I don't main deck it, but D-Prison is just that good. The biggest reason is it gets over so many things like Stardust, and just deals with that appropriately without having to do anything else to it. Mirror Force. Mirror Force is amazing. A lot of people are starting not to use it, though, so it's still a hard, good side deck card. Double Veiler, and this is, again, where I get into the whole idea change. I kind of want to side my Maxx and these, but at the same token, I don't want to play Thunder King, so it's kind of up in the air. Bear is probably, I've been told Bear, like I want to do, is probably my best option, but, we'll have to see how that goes. $30 a pop is kind of high. Colossal Fighter, just in case you needed an extra defensive push or anything, Colossal gets over a few things. Double Chain. Chain stops cards. I am partial to Breakthrough Skill and Fiendish Chain myself. And the last 2 cards, Nobleman, in case GKs, Plants, dropping Raikous are all cool. And Soul Release. Graveyard decks annoy me, and this is a way to kind of keep them at bay the best I can, especially if I've got T-King out. Elemental Dragons can't really make their plays, and I'll just Soul Release their cards. So yeah, Like I said, just going over the couple of thoughts that I had. Number one being the Bears, the Elders, and the Thunder Kings. And if I should put the Thunder Kings in over the Maxx currently, let me know what you guys think. This is my first deck profile. Did not mean to take that long. I'm interested how X-Saber / X-Fist / whatever is going to be this format and how hard they're going to splash. I can't really call it an X-Fist deck because all I have or would have is Bear, Tenki, and Tensu. But thank you guys for watching. Check out my video, and we'll see you guys next time. Rate, comment, sub, thumbs out, objection, and find the computer room and peace out.